It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Christmas and New Year's are times we go shopping, buy and exchange gifts, go to parties, and feast. For others, it's not the most wonderful time of the year. It's a time of stressful, end-of-year deadlines, anxiety, tension, anger, and dread. Still, others feel like it's the loneliest time of the year. But why do people feel so stressed?
One, the exposure to the event, but your perception, your mind, right? Your mind, also helps in terms of how you perceive that event, and of course, how you react to it and respond to it.
I get stressed during the Christmas because of the 1 month old carol will start from October. I don't like them in my nine. And I get stressed because, the money, we don't get raised up here and them things there. Of course, we get a little bonus still, but we don't really get raised up here, so we get stressed the Christmas in terms of all of the hustle and bustle and all type of thing we take place in the streets. It just don't make sense in the holiday, you know what I mean?
I feel like it's so materialized now. Nobody really get together as a family. Like they just want the presents and the gifts and to flask and to be hype. Nobody really, I don't know.
Christmas is naturally brings stress. You get me? But over time, me know how to handle Christmas. So I don't really make Christmas really bother me.
Yes, I do get stressed in the holidays. Because from point A to point B, it's very taxing, right? I don't drive anymore, so I have to deal with the public transportation, which is not doing very well.
I think, yes, we're experiencing a lot of stress in this country. And especially, I think the number one stress that people will highlight collectively as a group, as a country, is really the high levels of crime and violence, I think that's stressful for all of us. And we really hope and pray that we'll get to the day when we can contain and deal with this, the crime and violence in the society. For all of us, it's stressful. You leave your house in the morning, you contemplate what could happen to you, family, friends throughout the day. You go home in the evening, on your way home, you pray, and you hope that nothing tragic will happen to you. It's a stressful place. Sometimes on the streets can be stressful with the indiscipline on the road and how some Jamaicans, selfish Jamaicans, actually drive on the road. That makes life very stressful.
Prominent consultant psychiatrist Professor Wendell Abel says he has seen a significant number of persons who feel stressed out, especially during the holidays.
We have to understand that Christmas is a period that is associated with a lot of expectations. People are expected to be redoing their homes, painting the house. We're expected to be decorating the house. People expecting us to buy gifts and share gifts. It's a period of celebration, right? Lots of partying, office party, family gathering, activities at church. It's a period associated with a lot of spending. We know that, the gift and the partying and the going out. It's all about spending and spending a lot of money sometimes. It's about, associated with the celebration, is about people coming together, families, friends. So there are lots of things occurring, taking place at Christmas. And unfortunately, because of the high expectations, the high level of spending, the high level of socializing, the high level of celebration, a lot of people sometimes may find it may become very difficult for persons for one or another, for one reason or the other. It may be that you don't have the money, right? And people are making expectations of you. You are a parent, family. Your children may be expecting gifts, and you're not able to provide them the gifts they want. Family members may be expecting gifts, you're not able to do it. That could lead to depression. The socializing is problematic for some persons because it's a time when we really expect and anticipate family and friends to be around. And for some persons, it's very difficult, either that their family not around, especially if a family member is absent because of illness or death, and especially if the death occurred near to Christmas. So you find that people who are grieving, right, and have had recent loss of a family member may find it very difficult.
What can you do to reduce and manage stress and depression during the holidays? Mental health professional Dr. Wendell Abel suggests the following.
I think we have to manage our expectations. We need to be realistic, right? If it is that you don't have a lot of money, don't put yourself under a lot of pressure to spend, yes? Be realistic, live within your means, manage your resources well. The other thing is, if it is that you are the type of person who enjoy going out and socializing and so on, don't remain in your house at Christmas. Go out, right? And fortunately, at Christmas in Jamaica, and I speak to Jamaica, there are lots of things that we can do at Christmas, lots of things that don't really demand money. There are fairs, craft fairs, all about the place. Churches have their Christmas concerts and their carol services. There's a university singers, they have a carol service. You know, so lots of things are happening, you know, in rural areas, towns all over the country, in the cities and so on. Things that we can actually go out and participate in, and these don't necessarily demand money. So I do encourage persons who may be alone or feel lonely and who want to go out and do things. Go out, enjoy yourself. You know, if that's what you want and that's what you enjoy, do that. Just find out what is happening around and participate. I always encourage people at Christmas to, it's a time, you know, where people are sharing gifts, they're giving, people expecting to receive. But one of the greatest acts that we can do in life is just give and give of ourselves and give of our time. And so I encourage a lot of people to just go out and volunteer at Christmas, right? That it is in giving that we receive. And for lots of us, it is in giving that we become happy, you know? And you don't have to have a lot of money to give. You can give of your time. So if it is that you like to interact and share with older people, you could go to a nursing home and spend some time with people, read the Bible with them, take them out for a walk. If it is that you like to interact with children, there are a number of children's homes. Children would be very happy to have us visit and share with them and so on. And we don't have to go to institutions. We can start in our very community, yes? All over this country, there are people living alone, older people, and they would welcome and be very happy if we were to just visit and sit with them and talk. So I encourage people, just go out, give of what you have, your time, your talent, and your spirit. That for some people, that's the greatest gift. But there are other things, just lifestyle changes, yes? And in fact, I often encourage people to exercise. In fact, it's often said that exercise is probably one of the most powerful forms of antidepressant. The problem is that when some people are depressed, they don't have enough energy. So it's very difficult for them to go out and exercise. But exercise is very important. But also just changing our lifestyle, changing our outlook on life, trying to be more positive. That a lot of people, when they are depressed, or even before they're depressed, they have a tendency to engage in a lot of negative thinking, what we call catastrophic thinking, yes? And I think it's just important for us to be able to identify, police our thoughts, and develop an attitude where we just manage our thoughts and don't engage in negative thinking. A common one is what we call catastrophic thinking. And a lot of people engage in catastrophic thinking. If a pin drops on the table, they respond to it and they say it's an anchor that has dropped out of the sky and the place is about to be destroyed, right? This tendency to be catastrophic, and so we have to change how we look at things and to just develop a positive attitude towards life and an attitude of gratitude for the things around us.
People think the holidays are always filled with love, happiness, and celebration. But for many, the holiday season takes a different tone. Every year at this time, millions of people across the globe struggle with depression, anxiety, stress, and even contemplate suicide. To them, the holiday season can be anything but cheerful. The good news is that you can take some simple, easy steps to boost your mood, ease your stress, and manage your own expectations. Live in the moment, try something new, and truly have a Merry Christmas and a wonderful holiday season.
A day or two ago,